We've already experienced the delightful chaos that recursion can bring. It's a bit like repeatedly asking directions from people who don't know where they are either. Recursion, in theory, sounds clever, but in practice, it's a nightmare of repeated calls and system meltdowns. Computers, believe it or not, don't particularly enjoy endless repetition any more than humans do. So let's ask a straightforward question. Can we solve the Fibonacci sequence without causing our computer emotional distress or ourselves a mild panic attack? Yes, actually, we can. Enter the wonderfully straightforward concept of the while loop. Think of the while loop as the calm, reliable mate who quietly sorts out the chaos after everyone else has given up and left the party. It just quietly and methodically keeps going until the job's done. No fuss, no drama, no existential dread. Here's why the while loop works so well. It tackles the Fibonacci problem with charming simplicity. Instead of starting at the top and frantically trying to figure out each step downwards, it starts at the bottom, at the very first simple, obvious cases, and works upwards logically and calmly. Imagine stacking bricks neatly, one after another, rather than frantically trying to build from the roof downward and wondering why gravity won't cooperate. This iterative process, this slow and steady build-up, is exactly what our calm and composed while loop does. Here's the basic idea. We begin with the simplest truths we know about the Fibonacci numbers. The first two numbers are always 0 and 1, like two facts you never need to doubt, like water is wet or Trump doesn't belong on Europe. Yes, that's a fact. Then, instead of repeatedly asking the same question, recursion's specialty, we carefully build each new Fibonacci number using just the two numbers we've already calculated. No repetition, no unnecessary stress, just plain, clean logic, neatly progressing step by step, exactly how sane human beings prefer to approach things. Let's casually walk through an example, calculating the 6th Fibonacci number. No panic, just pure logical simplicity. Start with our trusted friends, 0 and 1. Next number? 0 plus 1 equals, you guessed it, 1. After that, 1 plus 1 equals 2. And continuing smoothly, 1 plus 2 gives 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5, 3 plus 5 equals 8. Done. Easy, wasn't it? No recursive nightmare, no call stacks bursting at the seams. Just simple addition done repeatedly. It's calm, logical, and entirely without tears or therapy sessions. Now here's a big reason why you want to be friends with the while loop rather than recursion efficiency. Recursion grows exponentially. That means every step doubles the complexity, quickly becoming terrifying. Imagine doubling your problems every time you blinked. Iteration, our friend the while loop, grows at a calm, predictable pace. Every extra step is simply one additional calculation, nice and manageable, like calmly placing another book on your shelf instead of trying to cram in double every time. Here's the deeper beauty of the while loop method. It teaches some genuinely important programming concepts like incremental progress, doing things step by step, calmly and logically. Efficient memory use, keeping just enough information, not hoarding unnecessary data like your mum's attic. Avoiding repetitive madness, doing each necessary calculation exactly once, then moving on with life just as nature intended. These aren't just programming concepts, they're life lessons. Be calm, be methodical, be efficient. Basically, don't panic, the while loop gets it. If you're new to programming, recursion can feel like walking into a maze wearing a blindfold. But the while loop, it's your friendly tour guide calmly holding your hand, explaining exactly what's happening at each step. Beginners love it because it makes perfect logical sense, each step building on the last. It's easy to trace and understand. Even for absolute novices, it clearly demonstrates core concepts without confusing side effects. And critically, it doesn't scare off new programmers by causing traumatic first experiences with infinite loops or stack overflows. Simply put, it's the sensible way to learn programming. Here's a small, friendly tip. After this video, take a moment and trace the calculation yourself on paper. It's a bit like rehearsing a joke before telling it. You don't want to mess it up in front of an audience. It helps you internalize exactly how simple and logical this iterative approach really is. Try a few different numbers, Fibonacci 4, Fibonacci 7, Fibonacci 10, and notice how each time the process is exactly the same, just slightly longer. That's the magic of iteration. So here's what you should remember. The while loop approach is calm, logical, and intuitive. It avoids recursion's chaotic repetition and exponential nightmares. It's fantastically efficient and easy to understand. It gently introduces new programmers to key programming concepts without trauma or confusion. If recursion is the hyperactive toddler, iteration is the wise grandparent, smiling gently and shaking its head at youthful foolishness. Next, we'll take iteration one step further with a beautifully neat solution using the for loop, which packages all our clever logic into an even tighter, tidier box. Stay tuned for the next video. Fibonacci with for loops, how to impress your friends and annoy recursive fanatics.